And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review from Monday night's episode of Legion Season 3, Episode 3. So this is the episode, people, the episode where I'm pretty sure everybody was looking forward to. The arrival of Charles Xavier in the past, trying to figure out, pretty much the origin, if you will, of where David came from. Because remember, he did not know about his actual father until later on, in the season. He didn't really know who he was, but he kind of knew. But we didn't know about it unless, you're a comic book fan. Anyway, so we got to go back in time and meet Charles Xavier when he was very young, especially when he literally just got married to David's mother. We got to see him, the way they first met, the way they interact with each other, how they had chemistry with each other, how they met in a mental hospital. So that was pretty funny, because apparently I think she was either a patient there or she worked there. Either way, so that was pretty ironic. You had David pretty much spooking his mother, thinking that she was hearing voices in her head. So that was pretty interesting. This episode, like I said, was okay. I really wish they would have went into more depth with this episode. I really wish we would have saw David, an older David, looking down in his crib and seeing himself, or maybe in the shadows or something. But we saw him a little bit, and we saw hear his voice a little bit as well. But I really wish this episode gave us more. And we also got to see Charles, but not as much in the episode because it was mostly focused in the house, and Charles went out of town. And we got to see his mother pretty much freak out because she started hearing the voices of her head. She wasn't sure if that was David telling her thing or when the Shadow King first came to be. So we got to see that. That was pretty interesting. Like I said, it was an okay episode. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get to see more from Charles, but him, mind wiping out his own son out of existence, that was, or the demon out of it, that was pretty fun to see that. Just like in the comics, because in the comics, when he first meets Legion and he sees the Shadow King, wipes him out, he blocks him out of David's consciousness and puts him away and locks him up a little bit. So basically, logistically, it pretty much tells us of how did the Shadow King get locked up in his back of his subconscious in the first place. So we know that Charles Xavier was the one who did it. So that was, like I said, that was a cool moment. But overall, the episode was just okay. And hopefully we get to see more moving forward. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. And what you guys thought about this episode. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hated it? Did you guys thought it could have been better? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much and have a good day.